Sleep World and get come into any of our Bay Area stores or visit sleepworld.com.
If you owe back taxes to the IRS, have unfiled returns, or are worried about an audit, the IRS is hiring 87,000 new agents to address these very issues. That means if you need to get your tax problems resolved, now is the time to get started. I'm tax attorney Robert Goldstein, and my firm specializes in helping individuals and small businesses resolve their tax problems. We work to stop IRS and state seizures. We may be able to settle your tax debt for pennies on the dollar with an offer in compromise. We prepare your past due returns, even if you have no records, and represent you before the IRS and state in an audit. At the law offices of Robert Goldstein, the consultation is always free, and we have offices located throughout the Bay Area. To schedule your free consultation, call 1-888-TAX-EXIT. That's 888-TAXEXIT. 888-EXIT, and make us your last stop.
From abortion to inflation, the issues in our local elections have far-reaching implications. We're breaking these issues down on The Home Stretch, Odyssey's new original podcast. I'm Doug Sovereign. Each week I'll talk to a range of experts to give you a no-fuss 15-minute download of the most pressing issues on this year's ballots. Listen to The Home Stretch on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you won't find PTSD by looking at a thermometer. Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a bandage. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov.
Ask your smart speaker to play KNX.
If it matters to you.
It's on KNX News 97.1 FM.
Let's get I'm Bob Brill. Stories coming up on avian flu found in wild birds in Long Beach.
More Airbnb guests want pickleball as an amenity. That story comes in 5 minutes when Bloomberg checks your money.
Hundreds of people filled the streets of LA chanting, "Resign now." I'm Natalie Davidian at City Hall.
Those stories in the next 15 minutes, but coming up right now, it's traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Brought to you by the Irvine Auto Center. Here's Lou Stowers.
Going to start off in downtown LA. A couple of things going on across the K-rail from each other. First one on the southbound side of the 110 at 6th Street, an SUV versus a car. Now that is in lanes, main lanes. Now on the northbound side of the 110 at 9th Street, an SUV versus one of those electric vehicles. That's on the Collector Road, and just beware of that. It is a bumper to bumper from just past Pico all the way up to the 4-level interchange. And also the Saturday evening traffic that's going on the 101 north and south, and between Hollywood and the 4-level interchange. And then let's go to cancel Sigler in Buena Park. This is on the east of the 5. All lanes have been reopened, and the carpool lane and all lanes are open after that 2-vehicle crash has been cleared. Now let's go to Yorba Linda, where we have a situation working. All lanes are stopped between Weir Canyon and the Imperial Highway area, as an SUV is overturned, blocking the main lanes, and must have shoved everything over to the right shoulder, or at least in the fast track, at least the CHP now says that all lanes are open. Stop searching for that one-of-a-kind car or truck, SUV, hybrid, or EV, and start driving. At the Irvine Auto Center, you'll find 12 of the top domestic, import, luxury, and exotic brands. Turn your search into Drive, where the 5 meets the 405 at Lake Forest Drive. Irvine Auto Center. Next report coming up at 11:25 at the Irvine Auto Center 24-hour traffic center.
We are drying out across Southern California, but those gray skies will remain, as well as the milder temperatures. Below average numbers expected once again across our region this afternoon. Mid-70s for the valleys and Inland Empire. Low 70s for LA Inland Orange County. Upper 60s expected along the coast, and low 60s for the mountains. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Olga Spina for KNX News 97.1 FM.
In Riverside, now 63 degrees. degrees. In Thousand Oaks, it's 60 degrees. And El Monte at 60. Well, in Woodland Hills, it's 66 at 11:17. Avian flu can be deadly to some birds, and after learning it's been found in LA County, the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach moves its penguins, parakeets, and shorebirds indoors.
They've had the protocols in place, but for the first time, they put it into action, moving birds either indoors or somewhere enclosed. Brett Long, curator of birds and mammals at the Aquarium of the Pacific.
But yes, this is the first time that this particular strain of avian flu has moved into a location that makes it a risk for us or our animals.
They're now protected from getting anywhere near wild birds.
If our birds or some of our birds were to get it, it's very likely that they would die from it. Currently, its major impacts really are more like commercial poultry farms and that type of thing. That it's a greater impact on, but the wild population of birds, various species, raptors, waterfowl, have been pretty heavily impacted by it.
And the birds will stay indoors where they are until 120 days past the last positive case in the county. Natalie Tavidian, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
California's Shake Alert app is being used on more than just smartphones, and in some cases, more than just a 10-second warning before earthquakes.
The California Earthquake Early Warning System
precede earthquakes is being used in the Shake Alert app.
Earthquake, duck cover and hold on. Strong cover and hold.
It's at least a 10-second warning, but can be up to 40 seconds, like in the recent quakes. But Laura says the warning system is being slowly incorporated into critical infrastructure. For example, gas valves at utilities, hospitals, fire stations, and soon, the places where we live.
that would be in a high-rise condo, whereby it's automatically announce the fact that shaking is oncoming 30 seconds from now, or automatically shut off gas valves, water mains, whatever it may be.
iPhone owners can download Shake Alert from the App Store, but Laura says Android users don't need to do anything. The technology is already incorporated into their operating systems. Matt KNX News, 97.1 FM.
11:20, time to check your money. Here's Ann Cates.
The hot new must-have for travelers, pickleball. Bloomberg reporter Michael Tobin says it's popular for short-term home rentals.
Amenities to have, and keep in mind that there's about 1,300 listings or so that mention pickleball in the description or title across Airbnb and Expedia's home sharing site Vrbo, and they in total have about 8 million combined listings. So there's a lot of properties out there.
Tobin adds it's a recent phenomenon.
The two parties were kind of able to figure out that these were mutual interests of pickleball and short-term rentals. So hosts eventually began installing courts either for themselves or for guests.
And it's relatively inexpensive.
One of the hosts said that she specifically put in a pickleball cheaper than a pool. It is just a concrete slab that you paint lines on, and then you have a net. I mean, that's really, really low maintenance stuff, and it's a lot of fun for the hosts and guests for players.
Airbnb says other top amenities include home offices, fast Wi-Fi, backyards, and pet-friendly rental properties. I'm Bloomberg's Ann Cates from the California Deluxe Windows Money Desk, KNX News 97.1 FM.
COVID boosters. Need them? Don't need them? More on that coming up for you about a minute and a half. It's 11:20.
KNX News debate profits if you weren't going to keep it.
I gotta tell you something.
You make it available.
Let me just say.
When?
In the next couple of weeks.
Before the election.
Before the election.
If you missed any of our tough questions, you can hear it on demand
at knxnews.com and on the free Odyssey app.
Mornings in bed, the paper, fresh coffee.
I make the coffee.
When it's time to buy a new mattress, we wanted to choose from a big selection.
And we found that at Sleepworld
are more comfortable than ever.
Although, I still have to make the coffee.
Find your mattress story at Mancini Sleep World and get a free adjustable base with select mattresses. Save big on our huge selection of Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Beauty Rest, and more. Come into any of our Bay Area stores or visit sleepworld.com.
I'm Jack Myers, host of the Legends Village. The one constant truth leaders share is the importance of a diverse workforce. That's why MediaVillage.com is hosting Black Talent Outreach Week, October 17th through 20th. Register free and apply at MediaVillage.com for jobs in advertising and media. And view my conversations with Byron Allen and other leaders at legendsleaders.org.
Jacob. It's 11:23. A leading medical expert says 400